Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI4 as we are playing as Great Britain. So we should be joining the larger conflict in this episode. Just got a couple more things left to do, primarily to get these 10 units here trained up and then moved over to their location, which will probably take a little while since several of those are going to be going to Africa, and again that does take some time for them to get there. So we're waiting to build that supply hub in August, and I think the unit should be done training and maybe to their location around that time. So that's what I expect, is somewhere in August or September. Pretty close to the winter, but luckily we're not really fighting in too many areas where that would affect us. Over here has a little bit of winter, of course, but we should be through this area before then. And so other than that, here in Africa, Asia, these are all locations we don't really have to worry too much about the winter. I've already got all of our planes moving to their locations. You can see they're all set up to move to different areas. Also kind of changed up the fleets just a little bit. And remember this fleet here, not so much the submarines, I think we'll keep those here just in case. And we have submarines here in the Mediterranean. We could put like another task force, but I think we actually have one here that's training up. So we'll just put that one in the Mediterranean, and I think 5 should be enough. And then we have these ships as well. And then we're going to bring all of these ships, just move their area of operation to the Mediterranean once we get kind of close to the war. For right now, they can stay where they're at. I suppose if we wanted to save fuel, we could take some of these guys off patrol. I mean, there's not even really anything happening over here, so you could just take these all off patrol. Now, the reason why I don't want to completely take them out and then move them over to the Mediterranean is because, remember, these are the ships that are going to be fighting the Americans. They're our best fleets, and we want to make sure that they're still in their own theater and all that. Obviously, we have the Americas one here, but these guys would be fighting them in the Atlantic, and if the Americans decide to come over here, which I don't know if they'll have the range for, but I would not be surprised if we do see some ships over here from America once they join the conflict, which could be any moment. We just don't know when they'll finally join that communist faction, so we got to make sure that we are prepared for that and have ships and planes and all that kind of good stuff. Now, one thing we could do is move the planes that are over here out of that area, and I think we will once we get closer to the war. We'll move them somewhere else, because I don't think it's as important of a region, and we already have submarines there. So we'll probably move some. I have some planes already assigned to come over here, but I think we could use more. I've got some in the Mediterranean as well, but again, we probably could use more. So yeah, I think that's where we'll move them once we get closer to the conflict. So a couple things to do here at the start is Miles Dempsey has the ability to get the infantry expert, so we're going to go ahead and get that. That's going to be the plus 10% on infantry division attack. It's pretty helpful. You can also get these ones here, but I don't know that we're going to do those. I don't know how many more invasions he'll be doing. I guess if we see ourselves doing another invasion, then we could maybe remember to get that trait. And then the other thing we need to do is some construction, guys. So I feel like we need to fix the supply situation that we know is going to be a problem here. And I don't know if we have enough units to protect all the provinces. It looks like we do. Yeah, we're good to go. They can't attack anywhere right now. We got the lake here protecting us. And so we have enough divisions to at least protect our provinces. I don't know if they'll still be able to push forward, because many of these are kind of cruddy divisions. So that's a real possibility that they could still push us back. I'm a little bit worried about this guy here, but he won't be cut off if they take either of these provinces, because this is our better unit, and these are the cruddy ones. We don't want to get our better unit cut off. But we know that supply is going to be an issue here, especially as our allies start pumping divisions over here, because we only have a level 1 port. So I think building that up would be a good idea. So let's go and get it all the way up to level 5. And then there's another port, the one over here in Zygon. This is the level 4, so let's get it up to level 5 as well. Just because as we pump more troops over here, and I assume our allies might as well, we're going to need more supply there. Over here, supply could end up being an issue. We'll just wait and see, though. We'll see if it does become a problem or not. We do need to build the infrastructure up over here because it's terrible. Maybe just up to, you might want to do this first as well. But yeah, maybe just up to, I don't know, maybe a level 3, I suppose. Infrastructure does take a lot longer now. So yeah, we'll build the infrastructure up over there. And then, I don't know if we got all the radar over here yet. Probably won't need it in this area. It will help our planes. But I think what we're going to do instead is get an air base over here, so that once we do start fighting the Canadians, we'll have an airbase over there. Also, I noticed we don't have an airbase over here to help us out in South Africa. I don't know that we'll have that many planes available. Probably not. We'll just put a level 2 here. So build that airbase up. Also, we now know where this airbase is. It's right here, and that's not too far away from the front. So I could definitely see building that up a little bit as well. Maybe probably just one more level since we do have the airbase over here. And I actually want to build this airbase up a bit more. Now, one thing that somebody proposed doing is releasing Hong Kong as a subject. And that way, when we take their territory here, then they should get a core on it. That's what he told me anyway. I've never released Hong Kong, so I didn't know they had cores on all of China. But the hope is that when we take Chinese territory, that it will go to Hong Kong, our subject, instead of Qing China. So I think that's what we might end up doing here, guys. Let's first get this built. Anything we want here, like the higher level radar, for instance, we won't be able to build that any higher. Yeah, we might want to wait until we get those radar techs. Because remember, the radar is how high you can build it is based off of, whether it's a subject territory or your own territory. And if it's a subject territory, you can see we cannot build it as high at this moment. So yeah, if we give this to Hong Kong, then we will not be able to get higher level radar, which I think is critically important for the war against Japan. We need to tick this down to the bottom. But yeah, we're just going to work on those air bases for now. Get those constructed. And remember, we're still fighting here. We got cut off right there, so that's a big issue. Just cutting off these troops there. We're going to try and get back over there as soon as we can. Let's see if we have any troops. No, we're good to go. They at least have an area to fall back to, but yeah, this is pretty bad, honestly. Now, what I'm hoping they'll do is attack over here, and then we can cut them off when we take this territory. So we'll have to let the tank rest a little bit. As you can see, he is absolutely exhausted. But we can send that infantry unit in. That's 2 units. Yeah, this is bad. We could end up losing both those units. And one of them's a really small one. But the other one is a full-size division. So that's pretty bad. What we might want to do now is go and attack here just to lock those units down. I don't know how long we'll be able to keep them locked down. I'm actually surprised that we're not doing better there. Is that a different air region? No, we're good to go. We control it. I think it's right here that's in a different air zone. Yeah, right there. So yeah, neither of these are wins right now. And damn, the tank moved to the mountains. Like, really? I guess we'll go on attack here because we just need to get this win. I think we can do it. And they're about to move another unit over here. So let's actually have this guy attack here just to try and lock this down longer. I don't think that's going to work out. Interestingly, they're retreating over to here. That can't be right. They can't retreat to territory they don't have. So yeah, it must just be looking wrong. They should be retreating over that way. But yeah, this guy's here is retreating over to here. We've already lost that one province. So not good, guys. They were able to get another unit over there. Unfortunately. We'll try and attack here again. They were able to retreat over there. That doesn't make any sense. You should not be able to retreat to an area you don't own. Yeah, that is really strange. So it looks like we will lose these 2 units, unfortunately. I mean, that's not surprising. I was kind of expecting that to happen when we, kind of got screwed over by the reinforcement. We got an infantry unit over there in time, but he wasn't able to, get to the front line, so I don't know why that means that he has to retreat, but that's the way the reinforcement mechanic works. And so, because of that, we unfortunately have lost 2 units. So that's a real shame, because we did get the unit there, and it just didn't reinforce in time. So we lost 2 units because of that, which is pretty bad, because we don't have very many units here. We only have 15, and we just lost 2 of them. One of them was one of our larger divisions. We did get an operative, because remember, we are the spy master, and I had said that we would only get the 1 operative, but I wasn't even thinking about all the members of our faction. Every independent member of our faction counts towards getting an operative, and I think it's every 3 members of the faction will get you an operative, and they have to be independent, of course. But I believe all these are independent countries outside of British Malaya. Yeah, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus ourselves is 7. So we should get 2 operatives in addition to the one we just got. So we should get this one and then 1 more. So we'll have a lot more operatives now, guys. Let's go and pick somebody here. We got an escape artist. We can also look at the nationalities. We don't really need Germans anymore now. I think we had gotten a German. So as far as nationality goes, there's really nobody here that we need outside of maybe the Turk, which is an infiltrator. I think it would be better to get this Skarbek woman. She's a seducer and a commando. So I think she'd be the best one. She's Polish nationality. So yeah, we'll get her. And currently we're in Japan and in China. Now we could do some missions, but I really want to get these intel higher because intel is incredibly important. So let's see how we want to do this. We could put them down here so we get the benefits from being in that state. We'll probably take, well, I don't know that we'll take that territory. Yeah, I think we're just defending in this location. I don't even know if we'll be able to win the defense. But the point here is really just to hold them for as long as possible while we come up from behind, where we should outnumber them. Come up behind and push them back. So we'll see what happens there. How long until we're done with these troops? We actually have a couple of them done now, so we can start moving them. So what we're going to want to do is move any troops that have to go really far. Like, I don't know how many we have over here. It looks like we have 7. Is that enough? That's 4, 5. And that one doesn't count, so that's 6, 7. So that's just enough to hold it. It might be difficult to push forward, so we might want to pump some divisions over there. But let's see. I mean, there's so many areas we need troops, so I really don't think that's the best place to put them, honestly. Could put another division over here to hold that, but really we want to push forward here. Maybe one more there. Could also put another division here. But we also need divisions this way and this way. And then we also need divisions to cover this. Here, we'll probably just let them advance. We can easily hold them here if need be. I can even pull these troops here and hold them in this little short area. But Ethiopia is not going to be the priority. We're going to try and get Belgium, Congo wiped out first, and South Africa. And so I really feel like we should put another division in South Africa. So let's go ahead and do that. We want to put them there first because it does take so long for them to get down there. I'm worried about putting an additional division down here. That'll be too much for the supply. Now you notice that we are already up to 24 divisions here. So we're going to have to create a new army. Which is unfortunate because I want an Alexander in charge here. Yeah, I guess we could take this one. These are all cruddy troops, I think. Well, we got one decent troop right there. Could take that one, but it just makes sense to do this one. We have some other good commanders. So yeah, we'll just do this one, guys. Let's just go and delete these here. And just create a separate army. For all the troops in North Africa. Alright, put these guys in that same army. And then we'll get them designed, get them a leader, all that kind of good stuff. Get them a new color, probably. As well. What color do we not have yet? And we'll put these guys over here. We haven't really used any of these blues. I guess we'll do a blue here. We could also change their icon up, I suppose. We got a lot of shields. Then we'll just change up their icon, give them a leader as well. And I think we're going to want probably just whoever's our best guy that doesn't have any real negative traits. Cunningham would be all right because he's got the good supply consumption, good attack. So I think he would be good for this role. Let's put him in charge of this new army. Let me get rid of some of these shields as well. What do we not have? Apparently I'm using a lot of the same stuff here. So you'll try and just change these up, just kind of make them a little bit different. What are these guys doing here? I think these are the two set to defend our territory there, so they should be over here instead. So we can have more armies under the offensive commander. I guess these are all defensive. All right, excellent. And what about this army here? This is also just defense, but we'll go and make sure we put them under the defensive field marshal here. All right, fantastic. So we got a new army over here. This opens this up so we'll have more room to put troops down here in the south, which I think we should probably put some over here, though there's really not a lot of troops over here. I think we should probably put them here to make sure we can win and take that port, because this whole situation here in the Congo really relies on us having taken that port, and thus we're facing troops that don't have any supply. So I think that's key. So we'll put another unit over there. But really pumping the units into Africa. Alright, so we're still winning here. Again, we lost those units, and there's nothing to be done about it, but I would like to take this area. It would, allow us to only have to defend this province over having to defend these two here. We did finish up the research for the strategic bombers. We still don't have the heavy fighters. But you know what, guys? There's so much stuff that we need right now. I don't think we're going to do any more planes. Yeah, I think we need to start getting some of this other stuff. We got the research bonus for the radar, so I really want to get that because we're 2 techs behind there. And we have research bonuses, I think, for all 3 of them. Go ahead and change this equipment up to the Strategic Bombers 2s. Also, we are short on tungsten. This was one of the things we had to do when I started. I knew we were short on tungsten, and then I didn't do anything about it. Yeah, we'll just trade with well, we don't want to trade with Burma. We can trade with Spain. Why not? So 1 factory worth will fix the issue over there. And I'm noticing this is happening more and more, where it just won't disappear when you click on it. I'm not entirely sure why that happens. But yeah, I've noticed that's been happening more and more often. To get another troop trained over here. All the rest are almost done as well, so we're getting close to getting done there. We're not going to put any more units over here because we're going to put a tank unit over here. We have these tank units, 4 of them. We need to figure out where their best locations would be. And I think North Africa would be a fantastic place to put the tanks. So yeah, we'll put tanks in North Africa. These guys here probably should come over this way. Because again, I think I'm just going to let them take that. We can't fight in all the areas. We just need to recognize that. That's just not going to be a possibility. So some areas we got to give up. And I think this is a good one because you can easily stop them here when they're trying to go up the Nile. And again, Ethiopia will not be the focus. South Africa will be. Alright, so sinking more stuff over there. Yeah, this is killing a ton of these Mexican troops over here. And that's just been an issue for a long time, where the AI just, you know, they had said that they had fixed it there for a little while. Alright, so this guy's only cut off temporarily, and that tank got defeated like immediately after getting there. Wow. Alright, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, they were supposed to have fixed that, where the AI was supposed to stop putting troops out in sea zones that they don't control. But yeah, here we see that they're still having that issue. They're still pumping troops out into the sea in sea zones that they don't control, which is really silly. Alright, so we might be able to push forward over here, so we'll put 1 tank over that way. Really focusing on getting North Africa done. And then those troops there can move down south. We got another division coming over here. That's 2 more tank units that we have. I kind of feel like we should send them over here. Yeah, I think we should send them over here, guys. I don't know where else they'd be more useful. Supply could be an issue over here. We could put 1 over there, though. That's not really where we're advancing, but I don't want to put them down here in Africa. I don't think that'd work out well with the terrain and the supply issues. I really don't think that's the best use of them. So that's what we'll do. We'll put 1 over here. I think he could use a tank. And then we'll put 1 over here in Canada. Alright, excellent. Now, I do need to take a look and see if there's any generals, or excuse me, any armies that don't have generals, because it seems that we do at least have 1 here. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get somebody placed. Wilson was previously leading a unit. He's one of our defensive generals. We'll put him over here. Since we won't be attacking in Canada until they get more troops. Unless we can, we'll try and push forward. But more than likely, we're not going to be able to make much progress there. So yeah, let's go ahead and put some more units into Africa. And I almost want to put another unit over here just to get it done. And we're going to be sweeping across this way, and if they take territory here, then it is what it is. And maybe put the other unit here, and then stretch it out just a little bit. Again, just try and get the Congo wrapped up, since it's kind of a threat. It could easily cause us some severe issues. So all the training troops are done, and now we're just waiting for them to get their locations. I don't know how long that's going to take for them to get where we need them. Probably a while. Some of them are going pretty far. And you see they're just now leaving here. But remember, we're waiting till August anyways, so that we get that supply hub. I think will be critically important. And then here, we're just going to probably sit on the defense, I think. We'll attack if there's any openings, but for the most part, let's just let them exhaust themselves against our troops. And I think that's the best way to do it. Now, it's kind of frustrating that they have so many troops here, because there's no supply up in this northern area. So we might want to make use of those. We actually have an unread naval battle. There was a destroyer involved in this. Okay. But mainly just sunk that convoy there. And continuing sinking the convoys that are coming to help out the Chinese. Although we haven't really seen any Mexican divisions over here, despite the fact that they just keep pumping troops over here. So I don't know how well this is going to go. We're going to be attacking into mountains here, but we'll try. We'll see what we can do here. Take those two and attack. Looks like they would probably win. Send this tank unit over there, and then that'll allow us to support here. We won't attack with the tank unit, though, just because it's in a mountain province, so he wouldn't do well. But yeah, we'll try and cut some troops off. We'll do some stuff over here. We won't just sit here idly doing nothing. But you know what? I really think by the time we get that supply hub built, which is really all I'm waiting for, I think all those units should be in their designated locations. We'll take a look and see when that's done. August 11th. I think they should be. So probably at the end of July here, we'll want to start making sure that all of our planes and ships are moved where we need them. Give them a couple weeks to get there. So I'm like another week or so, and then we'll get all those planes and ships moved, and we'll be ready to go. I don't know how much we'll actually get to do in this episode, unfortunately. We'll have to see. We are defending here. Now, I'm not sure where we go from here. If we could make it there before this unit, then I suppose that would work out, but I don't think we can. We can try, but yeah, it's forever. So that's not going to work. I don't really know what we do from here. I just took it just because we could, and I thought maybe there might be something to do there, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. We do have enough air experience to get another air doctrine, so we're moving through these doctrines here, which then means we can focus our air experience on creating variants, which would be great. Although, yeah, we wouldn't be able to wait for the 1944 planes, or we wouldn't want to wait for the 1944 planes. I guess we'll see where we're at that point. We still got several doctrines left to get. So we have to pick one of these two routes here. This is nighttime strategic bombing penalty reduction. This is just increase to strategic bombing. That's a larger increase, so 30% compared to 20%. And this is escort efficiency. Okay. I think we'll do this one. Remember, nighttime's half the day. So yeah, I think we're going to do that one. We are doing strategic bombing over here. They can't really reach that zone as well as I'd like. They do have a lot of key territory here. Maybe we'll switch over to here, just so we have better efficiency, because I'm sure their efficiency is hit by not being able to reach the entire zone. So we'll just go right here. And also, you can see that they were using fighters to shoot down our strategic bombers. So that helps, moving them as well. Italy has actually been losing territory here very, very slowly, and whoa, what just happened here? This is not what we were expecting to happen. I believe that's the communist faction, isn't it? Yes, it is. The United States just declared war on the communist faction. Okay. I was not expecting that. So we thought that they were going to join the communist faction, and if they had joined right now, right when we were about to start that other war up, that would have been interesting. But that's not what happened. They're never going to join the communist faction because they just declared war on them. So America's just going their own way, doing their own thing, as we Americans always seem to do. So, all right, we're just going to ride with it, guys. That's what happened. So let's go and get all these planes moved out of the Caribbean. We don't even need these here at all now, because we're not going to war with, well, I say we're not going to war with the Americans now, but we will eventually. But they could still declare war on our faction whenever they wanted to. Just because they started the war with the communists doesn't mean that's going to be the only war that they're doing. So with the fighters here, see where we want to move them. I put some over here. I think they can't reach. Yeah, they can't reach there. We did build air bases. Didn't we get the air base built here? Did I not get that done? Or is it just taking forever? It's just taking forever because of the 20% penalty here. So yeah, we just didn't get that done, unfortunately. All right, so let's go and move these guys somewhere else, because yeah, they're not going to get good coverage there. Could move them over to here, but I think we'll need more naval bombers over here. Yeah, I think we'll need more naval bombers. I have some fighters for the Mediterranean, but we could always use more, I suppose. Remember, we're going to be fighting the Italians now. I didn't look at what the Italian fleet looks like. We'll move them over there for now, but let me take a look, and that way we'll have some air superiority, at least in this region. Yeah. But we'll take a look at the Italians and see what the fleet looks like, because they could have lost some ships. No, they seem to be dominating in the Mediterranean, and in fact they have a very large fleet now, because it's 1941 and they still haven't lost any ships. Typically Italy would have their fleet sunk by now. Alright, so that's okay. We'll have plenty of ships there. I'm not too worried about it, and we'll have air power over here. We're going to be moving more planes over there as well. So some of these are actually close air support, so we'll probably move them over here. Now I think these are fighters here, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't look like they can reach there. Alright, so we'd have to move them here then. Again, we want them in South Africa, but the airbase isn't done just yet, so we'll have to move them into close air support. Now technically we could take them off of this so they're not using up the fuel. And I suppose we will. There's no reason to fly over here until we're actually in the war. Alright, so the naval bombers, we have some here to cover there, some here to also cover the other half of it. We have some in Malta to cover the central Mediterranean, and then we have the eastern Mediterranean covered as well from Alexandria, but we do not have this sea zone covered, so that's where we're going to want to put them. Take them off the naval strike for now. And that's an area where we probably could use, we have some more close air support over here, but that's an area where we probably could use some fighters. We could face the Italian Air Force there. We'll just have to wait and see, because I'm not entirely sure what will happen there just yet. Probably move these over here. Yeah, let's move them right there for now. Alright, fantastic. So the ships are the last thing to do here. Is going to get all these arranged. So we didn't get them fully trained up, these submarines, but that's okay. So I'm going to pull them out, give them an icon here, and stop them from training. And then we're going to want to move them to the Mediterranean. Just give them another one of these better task force. And then we'll put them into one of these ports over here. Alright, excellent. So they're moving over there. We can actually create another task force. Okay. So we're going to get these guys going over there as well. And give them an icon. And yeah, really focus on the Mediterranean here. How many task force do we have left? Just one more. That's it. That's all we can do over here. Alright, so they're going to move over here as well. Alright, so that's good. I still have some ships training over here. That's okay. We'll put this guy over here, though. And we'll leave those training. It's fine. And then what we're going to do is now move the entire fleet over to one of these larger ports over here. We'll change up their sea zones now, though. So I'm not going to cover any of this. Won't cover that. Or the English Channel. They'll cover these here. I don't really want to get too close to Italy. I don't want to be too close to their land-based bombers, so I don't think we'll cover that zone right there, guys. I think we'll just cover these ones here. Although that will allow them to invade there, but that's really not a problem. There's plenty of troops here, so it's not really a threat. Alright, so we're going to cover all these zones here. I think that should be good. Maybe we'll pull back on that one and just cover these ones here. And then what we want to do is take them off the strike force for now. And move them. I guess you don't have to do it. They can stay with their mining mission. They'll start mining the Mediterranean. It's not a good zone to mine, but it's fine. Let's go and move all three of these ships on over to this port here. Remember the submarines we're going to keep in this area. Alright, so we are ready to go at this point. I don't know if we have any planes in the stockpile that we might want to get out there training. I think most of these are really old planes. Like really old. We could use them, I suppose. But yeah, they're absolutely terrible. Yeah, supply is just such an issue over here. Alright, so what is all going on over here? Alright, it's just going to be the all that communist faction joining into the war against the Americans. Yeah, really interesting that they did that. I'm surprised. I'm not sure why they did not, but they're going to continue bringing other countries in the war. But I'm not entirely sure why they decided to do that, like logic-wise. Like, what reason did America decide that that's what they should do next? Yeah, I couldn't really say. But I'm wondering if that will have any other further results, you know, since they have what's this about? Yeah, we'll accept a non-aggression pact. I don't really want to fight the Americans right now, so yeah, we'll take that. We're not quite ready to go, are we? I think we still have troops like moving everywhere, so yeah, we'll have to wait to do those. We can get another operative though, and I thought we could get one more after this, but maybe not. I thought it was every 3 countries in the faction. Maybe it's every 4. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. But we can get one more. This one here, and we probably want to get the commando, another German. Yeah, we'll get the commando, guys. Commandos are fantastic. All right, so we're just getting intel up everywhere right now. We could do missions as well, but I really like the intel. And because I don't use like recon planes, this is typically how I get my intel. And if you just put one operative there, you typically can get all the intel you need and get the combat bonus from the intel advantage. Usually that's enough. We have one in China, we have one in Japan, and we have one in Italy. So the next one, probably put them in South Africa, because I really want to get them knocked out as quickly as we can. So put them in Praetoria. All right, excellent. So yeah, just waiting for those troops and for that supply hub on the 11th. And I'm hoping the troops will be there in time. I guess we'll see. I think these are the ones going down to South Africa right now. Yeah, it does take some time to get down there. Nothing really going on this frontier, though. They're having supply issues right there. Yeah, not much going on over here. Yeah, supply is just horrible here. We probably have to get a supply hub, guys. That's unfortunate. I really didn't want to do that. But I think we're going to need to. I don't think there's any other way to keep the area supplied up here. So we'll probably put it right there, because then they can just connect with the railroad here. You can put it here, I suppose, as well. Yeah, maybe that's just the best way to do it, and then you don't have to build any. I'm looking for other supply hubs. Can we just not see most of their rail network, or is it really just this bad? Alright, so yeah, we'll probably just put it right here since it's already connected to the rails. And it's a mountain province, so it'll be hard for them to take that. Yeah, we'll just put it there. It's unfortunate that we have to spend the time to build that, but that's okay. Alright, so just waiting for these troops to get to their places. Because again, I think I was going to say that they were going to be in their location at the same time as that hub is built. But I think it's going to take a little bit longer for them to get down there. But it'll be sometime this month, I think. I don't know how much will be left of the episode at that point, unfortunately. We got a lot of stuff to get over here. We fell behind, so let's go ahead and get the next tech there. And we can go and update the infantry equipment. Still not enough naval experience for us to build those light cruisers. I looked at it before and it's like 50. Like 50 naval experience. And light cruisers take long enough to build that I feel like you do want to build them with all the best stuff. Unfortunately, I've had a bit of a cough lately. Not sure what it is. Could be COVID, honestly. I'm thinking about going to get a COVID test. Could be COVID. I've already had it once before, and it was pretty mild, just like a little cough. Wasn't too bad. And yeah, we're not ready to do this just yet. But I haven't had any of the other symptoms. I had a lot of like tiredness when I had COVID last time. I just felt kind of like, you know, tired overall. We'll have to move our submarines out of here. I gotta remember to do that. They'll get sunk if we don't. Yeah, I've been coughing lately. Just like the last, since yesterday. Yeah, I've just been coughing. So I should probably go get a COVID test. Make sure I don't have it again. Because it was a while ago that we got it. We got it very early on. I think it was like March or April of 2020. And we got it very early on. You know, I was working at a hospital at the time. My wife was working at pharmacy. She still works in a pharmacy. So, you know, we were probably a little bit more likely to be exposed to it than most folks. So we got it fairly early. Had to quarantine and all that. But we haven't got it since. We thought we did once, but we went and took COVID tests. We didn't have it. So yeah, it's hard to say without going to take a test. So I think I'm going to have to do that. We do have war propaganda against Communist States of America. I'm going to say we don't need to be notified about that. We have finished building the supply hub, by the way. So that should be done. Yep, good to go here. Though, supply is still not great, despite that. Now, we do not have our troops set up to use the motorized, so let's go ahead and do that anywhere in Africa. We already know we're going to need to. Once we join the war and we're not neutral territory anymore, our allies are going to start pumping troops over here, which you already see them doing that, and we're not even in the war yet. And the Italians have actually pulled back some troops from this area too, so I think we will be able to advance there. Do we have all our troops here? We might. Let's just double check. I mean, the troops in South Africa are there. You got this guy here, but I'm not going to wait for one division. If everybody else is where they need to be, then we're gonna join this conflict, guys. Yeah, I think we're ready. So let's go ahead and set everything up, of course. Before we do that, we'll put these guys over here. Actually, you know what? I pulled some destroyers out of this one, so we should probably add that back in there. We'll let these guys train. All right, so let's get them set to their missions. Strike force here. Why are they not? Hold up, let's try patrolling here. Maybe because they're repairing that battleship, or battle cruiser, excuse me. Yeah, maybe that's why. Yeah, I think that's what the deal is. Okay, so we'll let them repair. They're almost done with that. Oops, you're not done here yet. So these guys are staying over here. That's fine. They're all set up, I believe, to the locations we want them in. We just need to actually give them their orders here. We got another strike force, and then of course all our submarines here will be doing the convoy raiding. And yeah, these are the only regions we'll be doing. We'll stay out of this one, I think. Despite the fact that we do have naval bombers. Yeah, I think we should just stay out of it. Alright, so that's good. Over here in Asia, we'll want to move the submarines out of this region. I don't think that would work out well, keeping them over there. I think that this is probably the only zones we'll cover here. I really want to focus on this area. I suppose since we have so many submarines, you could like extend it. And we did have some success sinking convoys in this area, the Bay of Bengal. So we'll go there for now. If we don't sink anything, we'll take them out. And this is the only area that these guys will be operating in. Yeah, there's no other areas we want them to be in. We still have them set up here. And I think we'll keep them here. Because what I'd like to do is do a naval invasion of Taiwan. Of course, we got to wait until we get more troops. And look at all these damn troops here. And they got a lot of troops. So we wouldn't be able to do a naval invasion there anyways, as long as that many troops are there. And we would not have success with that. We're going to put all the planes in the sky as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to have these guys cover this huge South China Sea zone. They're the only ones that are really going to be able to do it. So we're going to have them do the naval strike over here. I think that would be pretty helpful. Just having somebody with this longer range. We do have other planes, close air supports, that are doing naval strike, but look at their area of coverage. It's not impressive. You could put them here and that would cover this area. But what we're going to do is we're going to cover this, and then we'll have one here cover this, and yeah, we'll just see if that's going to be enough. I think they're over here. Yeah, here we go. That's what I was looking for. So we're going to put them in the sea as well, doing the naval strikes. Man, we are really slow on building those air bases up. They must have been towards the bottom. Yeah, because I thought we would have had that done by the time this war kicked off, but we don't. Not yet. We could put more fighters over here as well if we feel like we need to, because remember, they can bomb from right here, and so I'm a little bit worried about that. We'll see what all we can do there. For right now, I think that this is fine. We might want to take... I mean, we control all these zones. I guess it's irrelevant. But what we could do is just take one of these and see if he can reach. That's the cruddier one. And see if he can reach over there. He could. And he can maybe help protect some of those strategic bombers. I think that would be helpful. I don't know that we need to do more ground crews in this area. We're going to go and tick those off for now. We did not get the airbase built in South Africa. All the air bases, unfortunately, took a lot longer to build than I anticipated. Let me just make sure everybody over here is assigned to do something. Yeah, we look good to go. We don't have naval bombers there in the Gulf of Thailand. We'll see if we end up fighting the Japanese there. Hopefully we don't, since we don't have anybody to assist us there. Let's go ahead and put all the planes in the air over here. Again, just tons of planes. I did bring fighters over here because I expect them to fly from Sardinia. And so we're going to want to have some fighters there. And we can move them around to wherever we need them if they aren't flying from Sardinia. Naval strike there. Naval strike here. Alright, so we're good to go there. We can go ahead and put these guys in the sky as well. Just until we get the airbase in South Africa done. We have the tactical bombers over here just because this is where we're prioritizing. They are not flying overhead, so let's go ahead and fix that. Is there any other regions? Yes, Italy. So we have some planes over here in the Alpine region. And are they not both assigned? They're not both assigned. That's what the issue is. Alright, so I think that's all the planes. Could be mistaken. Hopefully not. It looks like there's somebody here that didn't get assigned. There we go. We missed one. Alright, so I'm just going to dip through here. We're going to have to give it like a day just for the ships to move to their new zones. Maybe 2 days. And I'm really hoping we get an offer to join. There we go. That's how we wanted that to happen. I give it like one more day here, and then we'll just accept one of those offers. That's the best way for us to get involved here. And who do we want to accept? Whose offer? We'll accept the non-aggression pact, by the way. Let's accept Finland's. Alright, so we are finally in this conflict. We're going to turn the speed way down to 2, just because we're going to be fighting in a ton of areas. Unfortunately, South Africa did pump troops over here. Damn. Alright, that's a real shame, because I was hoping I could just roll right over them there, but that's not going to work. They have more troops there than they did before. Alright, so that's kind of a shame. We have all these troops here. You don't really need to keep them that way, but we'll keep them here because whenever we want to protect that supply hub, we will attack into any unprotected territory. And let's go and attack right here as well. And we won't be cut off if they take that province behind us. That'll be fine. And of course, we're going to be really focusing on pushing forward here. I'm not happy where they put the tank, but that's fine. We're just going to attack with everybody here. Although, let's not do it that way. Let's try and cut off those troops. That's a better way to do it. Just stay on the defense here for now. Surprise, we actually have a little bit of supply issues here. I don't know if it's worth fixing and building a supply hub or anything like that. Yeah, I don't think that's worth it. But what we could do is just go ahead and set these guys up to use the trucks, and we'll see if that's enough. You know what? Actually, this side doesn't need trucks, so let's not do it that way. We'll instead just set this up to supply with the trucks, since that's the only side that's actually having any issues. All right, so Italy is the other area where we want to start pushing forward, and they do have fortifications here, so we don't want to attack all the way across the front. We want to attack, you know, in more focused regions. Here we're having our own supply issues. Yeah, I didn't realize that was still a problem. Probably should have done something to fix it. For now, we'll just do that, and hopefully that'll be enough. All right, so we're going to attack right here. I think we're ready to let it play now. There we go. Go ahead and send them in to support that. And then maybe attack right here as well. And then just support with these troops here. There we go, beautiful. All right, we also wanted to support over here.
Yes, sir.
All right, so that's looking good. And yeah, we'll just have to see what happens all in this region. I did forget about here. This is one of the key places we're supposed to be fighting. One of these guys is weaker than the others. He just got there. So let's just go ahead and send these two. And he can hold that province for us, maybe. I don't know if he'll be able to do it with that lack of organization there. The decisions, we don't need to do any of these. All right, fantastic. So that looks good. We got these guys moving here. We're going to try and get behind them. Just kind of wrap up behind them that way. But we'll leave these troops here. You know what? Actually, we can put this one here. And if they try and attack us here... And I didn't want to do it that... Oh, that's one province there. That's a huge province. But yeah, if they attack, like try and take this province from us, then we'll just attack with this guy to stop them while we cut him off. Over here, I'm not entirely sure. They do have one open province here, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure what all we're going to be able to do here. We could easily go this way. So let's take that and then move this division over here to cover that province so we don't get cut off. I can't see any of the troop numbers, so we don't know what we're facing right now. Already sunk 2 Japanese subs there with our planes. A lot of people were worried that we wouldn't do well against the Japanese fleet. They probably do outnumber us over here, but here's the thing, we're only going to fight in regions where we have air coverage. So if they want to fight us, then they're going to have to come into our regions that we control. We are losing in both these areas. Wow, they really threw it at us, didn't they? So we're going to move these troops out of here. Maybe send 1 division over here to help out. Yeah, they're really hitting us hard in this area. They can hit us from so many provinces, so that's the reason why. This is going to go incredibly slow, guys, because we're fighting in so many regions. I did forget about Canada as well. And they don't have enough troops here. Wow, that was silly. They shouldn't have done that. Yeah, they really shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake on their part. Let's try and go this way, actually. And, I really want to use the tank because he's nice and fast. So we'll just have him stay here and then have him wrap up around here, I guess. Yeah, they don't have enough troops there. I'm not sure what they were thinking. The Japanese are way over here. But yeah, that's one reason why I wanted to keep the subs in this area, because you never know where troops, when the AI is under control, you never know where the troops are going to be. They could be anywhere. They could be anywhere. They are attacking and winning here. Alright, well remember, this is only a defensive front. This is where we need to win here. Alright, so we're doing some battles here against the Russians. We sunk a Russian submarine and an Italian submarine. Already sunk an Italian submarine there as well. And there's a battle going back and forth between here. I decided to just not protect this and let our allies do it. And hopefully it works out for us. Right now, I don't know. I can't say how that's going to go. There's going to be a lot of naval battles here to look at, guys. I love the naval game. And so we will pay attention to that. I know a lot of other people like watching that too. A lot of YouTubers, not all, but a lot of YouTubers kind of don't really care about that aspect of the game. Huh. Oh, they're doing a naval invasion here. The Americans are. Okay, I was like, how are they attacking from our territory? They don't have access to our territory. Doesn't make any sense. They're doing a naval invasion. Alright, well, that's what the Americans want to do. Let them do it. And remember, if Mexico joins the war, which I guess right now they're not, then they'll start pushing forward here. So who's at war with them then? Who has all joined that? China has. And of course the countries they declared war on have. But Mexico has not, for good reason. Not surprising at all. Alright, so that's looking pretty good there. Let's go back down to Africa. And I really don't like that I can't see the units here. And we just don't have the intel to see what we're going up against. We are actually losing here because they have a stupid number of troops. This is what I was worried about. I was worried that we wouldn't be able to win here because our entire strategy here relies on me taking that province. So that's not good. Alright, we'll sweep this way where they're not defending their territory. We already have somebody going to get that province. Moving here as well. So yeah, it's going to go really slow, considering the fact that we're fighting in so many areas. The Ottomans want a non-aggression pact. Yes, absolutely. That frees up all these troops here. That's fantastic. You know, we have a massive shortage of divisions, so you know, any way we can get more is a good thing. Lots of submarines being sunk here. Yeah, we're having a lot of success here in the Mediterranean, as I anticipated we would. Sunk a light cruiser there. But yeah, just with the bombers. And our fleet is superior here as well. We're winning that one, but losing this one now. And we have 2 divisions there, while we only have 1 here. We can always attack here if we need to, but let's keep our entrenchment for now. I'm going to really start getting some naval experience from all these battles, by the way. Let's go ahead and push forward here. And actually, let's cut that guy off. Use the tank here. I believe he should be able to get there before either of these guys. Yeah, in 12 hours. Not that guy, but that's okay, because we're going to attack him. And then we'll get behind him and get him destroyed. Alright, so we're going to attack this way as well. Looking good. I love fighting in this area here because it's so easy to cut off a lot of troops and get them destroyed. Alright, so over here, this guy will get there so I can stop dipping down here in one day. So on the 20th of August is when we'll get down there. We did take this province. Let's go ahead and push forward with this division here. We'll try and get behind him. Once we take this province, try and sweep down this way and get behind that Italian division. The Italians will take all our territory over here. We'll get it back later. You know, we only have so many divisions, and we got more, and I didn't put them anywhere. So let's go ahead and do that. See where we want to put them. I don't really want to put them in the Mediterranean. I don't think that'd be wise. We're actually losing here. Attacking in the mountains with forts and stuff is going to be rough no matter what. But it looks like they moved troops out of here, so let's just go and take that province while it's undefended. But yeah, this is currently a defeat, so let's just pull it back. It's fine. We'll try and get around them. But yeah, we have these 5 divisions here, which could be placed somewhere else, and so we should. We need more divisions over here. And we want to do invasions over there. And we need more divisions over here as well. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is kind of split this a little bit. We have one good division. I think he needs to go to Asia because this is a rough situation over here. Hopefully they don't get sunk on the way by Japanese subs. It's a real possibility. We're going to risk it and hope that's not what happens. And we could take one more division and put them over there. Yeah, let's put one more over there. Hopefully supply doesn't become an issue. We did start building that other supply hub, so it should hopefully be fine. I guess we'll find out, huh? We do need divisions here. And this was what I was going to do, is pull these guys to protect this, so you might as well move them here now. So let's go ahead and put them into... Oh, we can only do 2 more into this army. Okay, well that's fine. And put them here. So they'll go this way, and that leaves the one spare division here, which means we can't put them in Africa unless we create another new army. Let's probably put them somewhere else. Could put them over here, I suppose. Is there anywhere where he doesn't have to go across the Mediterranean? That's definitely not desirable. We should probably put another one over here, honestly. Put him into this army, and just get him moving over towards Asia. Have one defending in all the ports as of right now. They are going to hit our islands in the Pacific, but I don't really care about that. The Japanese can have all that territory. It's not really that important to me at this moment. These guys are not in a port. So we need to move them over to a port. And then move them on over to here. Just because we need more divisions in the region. But yeah, they're going to take territory over here. The Japanese will do invasions of our islands. And that's okay. Yeah, I'm not even really messing with this area, honestly. Not right now. Alright, so don't have a lot of time left in the episode, guys. It's such a bummer that it took me so long to get to the war here. It's exciting. We're in this new conflict. We did cut these guys off. Fantastic. Let's go and start pushing towards Tobruk here. Yeah, it's exciting. We got this conflict going, and unfortunately, we're gonna have to end the episode here in a minute or so. It's a shame. We can now see the divisions over here. Excellent. That's what I've been waiting on. Because I didn't want to do any attacks, not knowing who's here, what we're facing, and then giving up our entrenchment for an attack that we have no chance of winning. I think that would have been foolish. All right, so this is across a river, so you don't want to attack there. You attack right here, and this division's cut off. So we'll see if we can win here. These are not great divisions, though. We are actually able to win there. Fantastic. What we're going to need to do... I have them defending all this, but this is unnecessary. We'll leave, you know, this division here, but let's get this division going somewhere else. So we're going to switch these, like so. All right, excellent. Yeah, we just don't have enough divisions in the region. These guys are attempting to leave here. When do they get out of there? 15 days, forever, essentially. But these are big states, so everybody's going to take a long time to move. But yeah, that's okay. Okay. Let's make sure we're doing all right over here. We're able to hold on to this province while these guys are retreating. I was kind of worried that they wouldn't get back. I mean, there's still the chance they could have some issues here, but we look good right now. Another bombed submarine there. And yeah, we're hitting all these troop convoys too. So that's good. We need to pay attention to naval invasions, guys. Make sure we don't get hit somewhere where we're not ready. All right, so the tanks are now moving. Nice and quick here. And they'll get down here and cut off all these troops, I believe, because I don't think there's any ports over here. So yeah, we'll get them cut off. But unfortunately, we are going to have to end the episode here, guys. It's such a shame. Here's the Italian fleet, by the way, or one of their fleets. Did a little bit of bombing there. But yeah, unfortunately, we do have to end the episode. What we'll do is kind of dip around, look at all these battles. Sunk quite a few Russian submarines. And then we'll take a look at the casualties. See how we've done in the conflict so far. So we've taken 111,000 casualties, 862 to Belgium and 681 to Italy. The Chinese have killed 37,000 of our troops, unfortunately. But against China, we've done 225,000. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. But the kill-to-death ratio has decreased a bit. We're not sinking as many of their convoys out there. Russia's currently 57% towards capitulation. And you notice here that to defeat this faction, the Commonwealth... Is it the Commonwealth of Nations? I want to say that's what they're called. I'm going to look real quick. This is the Commonwealth of Nations. So to get the Commonwealth of Nations capitulated, we have to defeat Russia, Japan, Italy, and Canada. Canada is now a major power. So we do have to defeat the Canadians, or actually, the Canadians are the faction leader, so they might not be a major power. Yeah, it seems too early for them to have gotten enough factories for that. They're the faction leader, so that's the reason why they have to be defeated. So yeah, we will have to defeat the Canadians as well. So against other countries here, the Russians, we're not on the board yet. We haven't killed enough of them. The war just started a couple days ago, so the Italians, same deal here. Yeah, we might not be able to see any numbers just yet because we're just not fighting enough countries. So we'll have to take a look at the casualties next episode after we've been fighting a little bit longer. Again, really slow going here because we're fighting in so many areas, but so far everywhere is going pretty well. Yeah, we're doing well over here in North Africa. You know, here we're on defense and it's going fine. We lost those 2 units. That was unfortunate. A lot of dudes died there. Over here, I think we might do all right against South Africa if their allies don't pump too many divisions over here. I guess this has been a big letdown. I think it's because they pumped a bunch of troops in the port recently and we just gotta wait for them to leave. But yeah, this was not good. We lost there. And so that's unfortunate. Over here, it's not as bad as I was expecting. Yeah, it could have been much worse than it has been. We are having problems with fuel. So I think that'll be the last thing that we do here is just trade for a little bit more. Dutch East Indies, we can only do 1. I guess we can trade with Iran now because we don't have to worry about them attacking us right now. And we no longer need that tungsten, so we can pull back on that and get one of our factories back. So we'll take a look once we start next episode on how good the fuel's looking. Right now we only have 93 days with all those ships and planes out there flying. We're using a lot of fuel. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you on the next one, and thanks for watching.